Good morning, good morning. The start of a new day. Today's the day that 3IATLAS is close at hand. Of course, it's 170 million miles away, but that's the closest so far. It's been around. And if you really can go X amount of miles or kilometers per hour, I mean, warp speed, we're talking Star Trek, Wars. So what is 170 million miles away? Right? It could be nothing. It could be like a hop and skip for the right kind of spacecraft. Now, 3IATLAS in the United States is being touted as a comet. No way, no way, no way can it be alien technology. And we do know that what it really is, let's assume for a moment that it's a very real possibility that it is alien technology. It is an alien vessel, a non-human, off-human, we can say that, can't we? Off-human aircraft or spacecraft, because there's no air in space. Now, we can assume that it is. Let's assume. But we know one thing for sure. The astrophysics, the astroscientists in the United States and in the European Union altogether are not going to tell you not one iota of truth. What they know today, the days, the weeks prior, weeks after. So you know that, right? They're not going to tell you there's an spacecraft because they're dragging their feet. Dragging their feet. Because if it's non-human technology, first of all, the first thing to be is to try to get it themselves. What would be the first nation who would want that contact? Even though we, as the population of these countries, we have the slightest idea what they're talking about. They make it seem as though if you talk about aliens, non-humans, then you must be crackerjacks. You must be crazy, right? Crazy. But however, there's a few things they haven't told you about this so-called comet. In 1977, which is roughly, let's see, 87, 97, 07, 17, 50 years ago, we, the United States and other countries in this world, on this earth, received space radio signals. Now, guess where they came from? Space radio signals. They came from those 50 years ago. Those radio signals came from the same area in space, in the galaxy, in the universe that 3IATLAS has appeared from, the same direction. Now, isn't that a coincidence? Isn't that a sticky coincidence from 50 years ago? Now, time is our thing, a human thing, right? Other beings, non-humans, don't have the same time sequences or the time order that we have. But 50 years ago could be just a matter of like 5 days ago for non-humans. It's not necessarily, they're not under the same constraints that we are under. Now, okay, so you got that, right? 50 years ago, the same space signals, radio signals, came from the same spot that 3IATLAS has appeared from. And not only that, for this so-called comet, check this out. Ancient civilizations, the Chaldeans, Sumerians, and others, have had quite a lot of interest in the stars. I think since the beginning that we became conscious, we've had it, not only us, other beings, other creatures on this planet have an interest in the atmosphere, the ionosphere, the stratosphere. But let's just stick with humans for a moment. They have found a link to the cosmic calendars of other ancient civilizations. There's a link that ties in 3IATLAS with ancient cultures, ancient cosmic charts. That's two big things for a comet, right? That's two big things. I mean, with all the space, all the dark matter, etc., in the universe, these two things come from the same spot. And not only that, we also knew that, hello, we also know that, Ivan, that Oumuamua, which is Hawaiian for scout, it's Oumuamua. They called it Oumuamua, came from the same direction as these two, as 3IATLAS. Now, all these things are very weird. Very weird. There's like 16 different things, or over a dozen different things, abnormalities about why this comet, aka comet, in quotation marks, comet, is different. So, you know what we have to do? We know that we're not going to get any type of intel. We're not going to get like a yay or a nay, even though today is the closest day so far. The 3IATLAS is to our planet. Because we've been still waiting to hear about the drones from a year ago, all these different supersonic, defying our physics that any country has openly expressed they knew about. We've had no word about these revamped spacecrafts. I mean, there's a lot of mystery in connected with space. Too much mystery. I mean, there's a lot of mystery, need to know, national security. National security means you can't handle the truth, right? We can't handle the truth. Well, you know, a lot of us can. A lot of us can. And it's part of our graduation. So maybe when they say like end times, the heavens and the other signs, it's because we're going into a new phase of reality, which means we aren't the center of the universe. We aren't the smartest kid on the block. We are something else. And this something else is what we're discovering what we are. Now, they're not going to tell you anything. It's up to you and I and others like us who know that there is something else, something more. We're more than slabs of meat that have to eat, defecate, and engage in sex. Right? Even though in my country, in the United States, that seems to be our greatest activities, those three things. And listening to a Sesame Street type of amusement, you know, repeating below the belt, limited this, limited that. That's where we're at. Basically. But anyway, let's move ourselves up. Let's find out, is 3IATLAS, we're assuming it's more than a comet, because it is more than a comet. Is it seeding life? Wake up call. It's like going around it's been in Jupiter, it's been to Mars, it's been to Venus, and it hasn't burnt out. And it's going on a very guided path. Very, very guided path. And we can ask ourselves, let's look at these dragon cards. Let's take those out. Dragon cards. Now, dragon cards are a different type of energy. Because it's up there just in a very particular course. Very particular course. It hasn't burned itself out. It hasn't bumped into anything. It's gone behind our sun. And as we all know, it's gone to Jupiter, Venus, and Mars. And when it goes to these planets, it goes through fluctuations too. It doesn't burn out. It changes color. It has a pulse of its own. And we do know from what we've been told so far that the planet, that the 3IATLAS structure is giving off two very important elements. It's giving off methane and it's giving off hydrogen cyanide, which are two parts of RNA, the life-giving force. Now, no matter if the life is like us, carbon-based or silicon-based, it's a trigger. It's a trigger. Is it a wake-up call? Do they have sleeping cells? This technology that is in our solar system is old. It's more developed than us. And that's where the fear is. That's where the fear of what it is. That they're trying to like accentuate Earth's destruction, apocalypse, gloom and doom, shoot first, ask questions later. And also triggering all these wars. Now we know that war isn't just about acquisition of territory and collecting taxes. It's about body tissues, lungs, heart, skin tissues. It's about less on the food chain. It's about more for me, less for you, all those type of things. Now, somebody could be getting a message. Now, there are shape-shifting reptilians. There are shape-shifting. And that doesn't mean they just go, I'm going to look like a caterpillar, or I'm going to look like a scarecrow. No, they have devices which give the appearance to our eyes, our visual sense, that they look like us. But they're not. They're not. They're not. So if they're making themselves very known. I could just say the word they, by going to Venus, by going to Mars, by going to Jupiter. Now let's ask that, is this 3IATLAS a wake-up call? A wake-up. Get up, get up, get up, you sleepyheads. Wake up. It's time to take over this part of the universe. And let me say one more thing, too. Now, we know that there's so-called 9 planets in our solar system. Like we're in this huge, big, empty space with a bunch of space rocks and, like the Kuiper belt. And then we have 9 planets. I mean, they're only called 9 planets because we can predict with our science what their orbit is. Now, there are other heavenly bodies that we cannot see. In fact, it's been said that there are 40 planets. Get that? 40 planets in our solar system. 40. And because our limited science and because of our eyesight, because of the need for light of some source, either ultraviolet, ultra red, what's that called? Like a red, help me out here. Red X-rays, more or less, we'll just call them red. And the sunlight, we can't see it. We can't think about it. Even the thought about it takes my breath away, takes my mind away. The fact that we're so blind, we are so blind. It's scary. It is scary. It's scary because we don't make allowances for our limitations. nor do we don't encourage those allowances to be made. In fact, every time we have speculation, it's being called conspiracy. We have these cute little words, conspiracy theorists or nut jobs. We have all these kind of intimidating, don't dare think outside, don't dare think about anything about. But if some other intelligence is out there playing with us, thank you for the likes. If some other intelligence is out there, which it is, and they are like saying, hey, Earthlings, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. So let's see. We're asking this basic question. Is 3IATLAS, which is main, it's sent a message 50 years ago it was coming, 50 years ago Earth time, that they are coming. Is it? Let's see what we have here. Is it seeding life? Maybe they need to wake up cells. They're waking up, wake up cells. And you know what's also strange about the United States? Not the United States, Earth. Because I'm being like too much of a nationalist. That Antarctica, you know, you can't cross over, you can't fly over Antarctica without a special permit. And they discourage it. And you have to be part of a certain level of security from any country. You're all part of it to even go there. That maybe that is a portal. That is a supreme. I know there's more than one portal, but it could be also something there that we do not know of. That maybe 3IATLAS is giving a wake up call to. And besides having this, you know, these elements, they also are sending out color, which is light energy, photon energy, and they're also giving a pulse. The thump, the thump, the thump, the thump, the thump. Everything has a sound. Even if our ears can't pick it up without instruments. The thump, the thump. And one thing we noticed that ever since 3IATLAS has been around, it's changed colors. It's changed colors. It was a pale green horse. And also it's changed to becoming red. Well, and then it was on a timing. First it was for days and days and days. It would be to our Earth days, a same color, right? But then it became like 16.16. Well, recently, in the last few days, as it prepared for today, it's on now 15.48. 50.48 hours, which is the same thing. It corresponds to 24-hour days of our days. Can you get that? It synchronized itself. 3IATLAS has synchronized its heartbeat, its pulse, the thump, to our time, to our 24-hour timetable. Now I'm looking and trying to get some kind of, I want to know, and you want to know, is 3IATLAS, is it waking up the planets in our solar system? And that's only the planets that we acknowledge, that we know of, right? It has far more power, technical power, than we have revealed to our members of our human race. Because we're so busy with pettiness, busy on the level that they want us to be. Us, the humans, humankind. Humankind has to be put in categories. let's look at this side. I'm looking for some, maybe this one. All right. Well, first take a look at dragon energy. All right. Now, is 3IATLAS waking me and you up? Is it? No, not us. Oh, us. But is it waking up the beings of Mars? Is it waking up the beings of Venus? Is it waking up? Is it waking up Jupiter? All the moons of Jupiter? Different forms of life. Here we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. The horse of communication. The power of communication. Contact. The contact. The contact from this object to the other planets. Can you imagine? We've been taught on the Earth that there's, one place is too hot, one place is too cold, and that no life exists. No life exists, but the life here in Earth. Not so. Not so. Not so. Not so. This is a communication. This is like what do we have here? The Five of Swords. Doesn't exactly seem like it's coming like this seeding or this seeding. Let's call it seeding. It doesn't seem that this message is benevolent. It's coming after. They know that this is not going to be given any type of, hi, how are you? No. We're going to shoot you down and we're going to have, you're in our territory. They know the United States and other countries, especially the United States, this is going to be a ghetto approach, a real turf thing. So this Five of Swords. This isn't exactly a wake-up call for benevolence. This is I'm ready to meet you and double you. This is a game of poker. Whoops. This is something that maybe there's a reason why that they're giving this talk of it's a comet. It's a comet. And then we have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords. Now, you know what it's saying? It's saying the 3IATLAS isn't just one. Not just one. In fact, it does have about 6 or 7 or 9. The exact number is unknown to us. It has 6 to 9 accompanying vessels that are. They say that it's like a steam thing. It's like a filter exhaust. It isn't. It's coming with 4. It's not alone. 3IATLAS is not just one thing. It's not just one big mothership. It has other things. There's company coming. And they want to be hailed in their difference. In other words, they're not going to be content they're not just coming quietly and observing. They've watched us enough. And now it's time for they feel They feel that it's time for action. It's time for action and to announce that there is a galactic order. There is a cosmic order. It's not quiet. It's not just Earth people are the only people. And again, another six, a six of cups. I think a lot of activity, a lot of activity. There's a lot of activity going on. And the more activity that goes on, the quieter, the quieter. Many of the countries on Earth, the nation states, the tribes of Earth are quiet because they want to keep their power where it has been. Does that make sense? If you knew if you were in control of certain people and that you knew that a power greater than you would take over your power structure, would you be so easy to give it up? No. So we have the Six of Swords and the Six of Cups. Two very states of action, of flavoring, you could almost say. Flavoring. And here, the King of Cups. The King of Cups. Aggressive, in a way. It's dominance. It's this is the way it is. I think there's a lot more going on than we have been given any type of choice. There's no choice. We have no choice, even though the drama is that there is a choice. There's no choice but to wake up, for us to wake up and join the universe. There's no choice. Even as we sit back and we can journey through cosmic energy, we're still lost. We're still lost in the fact of what is true and what is false. What is true and what is false? Do we believe that we have some kind of weird comet? Do we believe that it's just a big, super dirty ice cream cone, a snow cone that's floating around in the blackness above our heads? Or do we believe that the fact, are you ready to acknowledge that there are other life forms in this universe? Some are hostile, some are not. And don't propose that this 3IATLAS is your friend. How can you be friends with, we're probably like fleas or bugs to them, like low-class bugs. Bugs with tiny brains, and they view us as something lower than them, and we are lower than them. On a community level. Because we haven't been taught, we haven't learned anything from the people that have existed prior to us, because we allow ourselves to be dumbed down. And this wake-up call is for you to either drink or suffer the consequences. Drink the fluid of knowledge or suffer the consequences of staying ignorant. This is what this King of Cups, the knowledge that there is another reality. And you have no choice. In fact, they're going to bring others, you could even say waking up their sleeper cells, waking up others, other intelligence, and Mars, Venus. They've been watching us, putting up with very limited in compassion, limited tolerance of us throwing nuclear bomb after nuclear bomb after nuclear bomb, boom, 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 boom. Not even thinking about the damage that we're doing to the ionosphere, to other planets. And are we to be trusted? Are we to be trusted because we refuse to grow up, to grow and express ourselves in our extent? But the fact is, we're not, you can say it's not my fault. It's not our fault. But we're giving a chance right now to like hit the books, hit your heart, and hit your chakras. Grow, 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 grow. Because the boogeyman is us. We are the zoo. Of all the 40 planets, maybe we are the lowest in this solar system, perhaps the lowest of all life forms. Us. We kill each other. We do dirty deeds. We sit around and drug-induced stupors. We go, ha, ha, ha. We have this inflated arrogance based on nothing, in comparison to the challenges of the universe. Do we dare take our place? Do we dare? Do you dare open up your psychic channels, your real selves? Do you dare travel the way that we can travel? Do you dare try remote viewing to see what's out there? Do you realize you have two forms? You have a body and you also have an energy within you to take these trips, to be able to join with others? How many more proofs? Do you believe any type of other earthling to say whatever that comes into their heads, to keep out of their mouths, to keep you in sync, to keep you out of the spoils of learning? We have a system that is beginning to really, over the decades, stink, stink, stink. Our competitiveness, instead of joining up and joining together and recognizing that we are from the planet Earth, that this 3IATLAS says all these things, the realities. Now today, take some time, center yourself. If you were to meet a non-human, would you freak? Would you go, oh no? Would you try to kill it? Would you try to run from it? Would you even notice it? Are you prepared? And you're waiting in the United States. It's been speculated that Trump will talk about disclosure. He will talk about disclosure. And do you need anyone to tell you what is right next to you? Right in what is in front of you? You can see 3IATLAS with a simple telescope today. It's that close. And for a vehicle of that nature, that power, that technology, 170 million miles away is no big deal. It's no big deal. Thank you for the likes. It's no big deal. Remember, they're not going to tell you or me or any one of us what they are finding out. Even the fact that NASA has put grainy, third-rate photographs of this 3I Atlas shows you the complexities involved. Among the need to, you don't need to know. You don't need to know. And that is disheartening, isn't it? Isn't it? It's very strange. Very, very strange. It's very strange that we are allowing ourselves to be led like sheep, cow, farm animals. Even when the whole entire cosmos opens up, we are allowing ourselves to not. You don't have permission. You don't need to permission when you're a developed human being, because your intelligence changes. Your aggression and your impulses have changed. What do you think? What do you think out there? Do you think that today's the day? Today's the day? And you can see the chance of war. European Union wants to go against Russia. Russia goes, ha ha. You have the state of Israel, the country of Israel, going after other countries in the Middle East, Syria, Lebanon. You have African countries, Somalia, and Sudan. You have Niger. You have all these things. You have United States going against Mexico, going against Venezuela, going against Colombia. You have all this discourse, all this chaos. Now, there could be a reason for all this, because they don't want to share the knowledge. They don't want to. Who is the king of the road? The United States is talking about legacy, not an aggression. Ukraine is talking about the same. France is talking about the same. Everybody's getting their skeletons out of the closet, except the main skeleton. What are we going to do when they go, hello, Earthlings? And maybe they already have. And why would they necessarily say hello to say, Macron of France? Why would they say hello to Trump of the United States? Why? And the other leaders, we can just rattle them off. They could be saying hello to you and I, where it's probably easier. Probably easier. But the question is, are they seeding? Seeding, it seems as though they're waking something up. They're waking something up. Something is being stimulated. There's a purpose, not just going around sightseeing. No, they're on a mission. There's something going on. There's something going on. 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 6 of Cups. King of Cups. And the Knight of Swords. Something's going up. We can no longer be out in what's happening right now. We can no longer remain ignorant and stupid and possess elements that could affect, that is affecting other systems, other solar systems, other planetary bodies. Now, we're into a big thing right now. We're into a big thing. And just bombing everybody obliterating, incinerating everything isn't the answer. It's not the answer. It is not the answer. Let's just take a few of this deck quickly. If you have any comments, don't hesitate to ask. It is a very perplexing thing. And something that this is the closest that 3IATLAS will be in our solar system to us. So there are vibrations, there are raises, they are communicating with us. So if we just calm down and open up. Calm down and open up. We should be able to hear something more than what we're being told. Let's pick 3 out of this deck. Three out of this deck. Get something about this wake-up call, this message, this, because they've gone around and they're doing things a little bit more. 4 of Wands. Well, the 4 of Wands, it definitely feels like you should come on in. Come on in. We're being circled, obviously, with R2 Swan and 3IATLAS, with its fleet of smaller ships. We're being offered a choice. We're being offered a choice. Join us. We acknowledge, join us. Join us. Join us not as equals, but join us in Revelations. That's what Revelations is all about. That we're not the only, we're not alone. That's all it's coming to say. We're not alone. And your actions are not acceptable. 5 of Swords. 2 5s of Swords. 2 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords in this deck. Randomly. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords in the Dragon deck. 5 of Swords. Where is it? 5 of Swords. Right. Here it is. 2 decks. 5 of Swords. No, they're coming with a stern message. A stern message. Grow up. Grow up. Grow up and adhere to cosmic, intergalactic, cosmic standards, revelations, responsibilities. Grow up. Grow up. Grow up or grow up or face the consequences. And with the leadership that we have, the petty, self-serving leadership circles that we have, can you really see a non-human interstellar force negotiating with the leaders that we have seen so far, many of them? Do they have the intellect, the empathy, and the caring for the people that they are representing to continue to represent us? Choice. One thing, freedom of choice. Freedom of choice. And with 2 5s, the message is grow up fast and take responsibility for your actions. The Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. That is a blunt directive. Blunt directive. That's the message. That's what they're doing. Show of force. They're not coming alone. They're not coming by themselves. It's not like one like hello, blah blah. It's not coming alone to say like take us to your leader. Mm-mm. No, they're quite aware of through observations, through their technology. As it won't be like us, especially in this country, in the United States, they have cameras everywhere, but they can't find anybody who actually does the crime until they show up dead in some sort of weird way, for the most part. No, the manipulations and the directives are something that is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. So I see that 3IATLAS is here. Of course, it's here. And it's not coming with a wishy-washy type of thing. Hello, we are from planet Asgard. No. It's not like this. It's not that way. We're going to be given a directive. And if we don't pay attention, and even the consequences of our action, they want more type of energy. We come with a negative, petty, selfish, arrogant, low life, low energy directives and stimulations, imperatives. They'll act accordingly. They will act accordingly. And it won't be pretty. These warnings that we're getting, blood waters, the blood earth, the blood earth. Get ready. Get ready. They've been giving us warning after warning after warning. Because we're going to continue today, the highest point of contact, to explore what this message, the contact is. I appreciate you joining to finding out these things. Because we're all, the stronger our energy is, the stronger our impulses to know, to find out. Because they're not going to, our power structure on this planet aren't going to tell you or I. And who's to say the 3IATLAS forces, intelligence, wants to even contact that? They're looking to see who is open to the galaxy, open to intergalactic communication. Give me your comments on this. What do you feel this message is? It feels ominous, doesn't it? It feels imperative. It feels like there isn't much choice, or the decision has already been made, and we either drink or die or starve. Something. They're not going to play the games that we humans have played on other humans with a sense of power and arrogance and ha ha ha. We're like the little man, the little person in this scenario. We're the little ones because we are not prepared intellectually, psychically, and emotionally for what this message is. We're being like little babies, little babies, and they have no time or past or anything for this. Mystic Moons needs your help right now. We want to get through to this. We want to bring as many people into this galactic powerhouse as possible. We can do it. We can calm ourselves down. We can reach out. We can close our eyes. We can feel the impulses. We can block out sounds. We can do this. we can make contact. We can make contact. We all have those abilities. Some have more than others. And some will never want to have those abilities awaken. It's okay. Not everybody can walk the same path. However, if they stop making what we have to go happen, making what must happen not happen, then we have something else that will happen. I always sound like a politician, don't I, when I say that? No, I'm a light worker. I appreciate listening and growing together. Okay, I'm going to leave. Think about it. It's coming now. Join with it. Let's work together on this. We have a channel opening right now. The closest 3IATLAS is right now. It's not going to go away. And there are other things too that we demand answers to. Let's find them out. Let's scratch the limit. Let's grow a new pair of what we need to grow. Let's do it together. I'm asking the minds, the hearts, the energies to help free us. Free us for communication. So we either become alarmed and become scattered, or we pay heed and grow to a higher level. And we welcome 2026, the year of the horse. Change, action, action, because we are now in the moment of action. And it isn't about one human, Russia fighting United States, fighting China. It's not like that. It's beyond all of that. Those particular types of aggression, it's for body parts. It's for anatomical pieces. It's for destruction, not for growth. Not for growth. Remember that. If you'd like to support this channel, follow Joel. If you want to leave comments, directions, what you feel, you know something's happening, don't you? Yes. It has nothing to do with our earthly, roof over the head, feeding our stomachs. It's beyond all that. It's beyond something else. More, our destiny is here on the line. Our destiny, our future. Let's grow with it. Again, thank you for the likes. I appreciate your time. And I'm going to think about this. I want you to think and feel too about it. Until the next time, bye bye. Thank you for the hearts. Bye bye.